Hi, Gemini, or the gems of the zodiac, should I say. Well, I don't favoritize, but I just kind of thought that, like, Gemini, technically Gem would be short, right? It's not a bad nickname to have. Anyway, so this is your reading for Twin Flames. So, February brings Mercury retrograde, it brings Valentine's Day, it brings the shortest month of the year as well. It just brings a lot of things collectively. The other big month that brings a lot, I believe, is May, because that's when so many of the retrogrades also start. Mercury retrograde, it keeps coming and going and coming and going, but then of course, planets that are much further away from us, their retrogrades, they come and then they last for months. So retrogrades are essentially when planets are moving in a backspin, and it just causes, complete opposite energy to what they usually give us when they are not in a retrograde. So that's essentially what it all means, but I will talk more about the retrograde, I am sure, in this reading. I'm sure something will come up, but yeah, I just wanted to sort of let you know a little bit about that. Also, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will be down below in the description box as well. They're done within 24 to 48 hours, and the last thing I want to mention is that my intention bracelets, they are on Etsy. This is one of the 2 twin flame bracelets, and if you want to see the reviews and see how other people have seen results with these, do check out my Etsy shop. Also, if you would like to purchase them as well, they're meditated with, they're saged, and they're there to remove obstacles and challenges. So many bracelets on there, and thank you so much for all of the love and the support. It means a lot to me. Let's begin. Gemini, Twin Flame, Feb 2020. My first question here is this person hot and cold with you? Because we've got the moon, we have the... Alright, I'm going to stop shuffling. We've got quite a few cards that have just come out. We have the U. We have the U. Okay, so let's see. The moon, Ace of Swords, 5 of Wands. Let's put you down here. The Lovers. The Lovers is ruled by Gemini, of course. We've got the 9 of Cups. The Sun, which shows counterparts, but again, it also shows hot and cold. The Moon also shows hot and cold. We have the Death card. We have the 8 of Swords. Alright, we've got quite a few cards here actually, because I probably overshuffled this, but that's totally fine. It just means that it's meant to be. So we've got the Knight of Cups, which I'm going to put next to... Actually, I'm going to put them all up here. Knight of Cups, we've got the Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter. We've got the Page of Wands. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the Page of Cups, 4 of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. Now, what's really interesting is we have the 8 and the 9 of Cups. If your twin flame has walked away from you, has been extremely hot and cold with you to the point where you just do not understand them. I'm going to have to just put one of these cards down here, which totally makes sense because you've got the 8 and the 9 here. Otherwise, it's a little bit difficult for you to see all of your cards. So this is really what I'm seeing, right, is that there has been a sort of hot and cold energy, or your twin has walked away from you. Now, if this bit just doesn't resonate and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about because, it doesn't really make sense to your situation, I highly recommend you check out your Moon, Rising or Venus sign readings, just because you'll find more information there for your reading. So if you're here for your sun sign, check out your other signs, and all the videos will be on my channel. Alright, so let me just move this a little bit like that. So the moon here, again, as I was mentioning, it shows hot and cold energy. Now in February specifically, I do feel that your twin is going to be sort of dealing with a lot of things that they are acknowledging. What's happening is that they're going through a transformation, and when someone is going through a transformation, they are feeling things that they perhaps have just not wanted to acknowledge before, they have not really wanted to think about, they have in previous times where they have, been sort of on the verge of a transformation, they would stuff all those feelings down and they would not want to acknowledge them. So what's happening right now is that they are acknowledging every piece and parcel and part of their transformation. So that is why they're feeling so hot and cold. If they are hot and cold with you, or if they are lacking in communication, or you feel like there's just something really off with them spiritually, it is because that physically they are dealing with so much mentally and emotionally. They're also in the 3D world, they are dealing with so much of this stuff that's coming to the surface. So if they are retreating and just taking a step backwards and you feel like they've just disappeared or something, don't worry, they will come back around again from this 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups, and they will come forward with the Sun card. It's just because they are going through a transformation. They need time for themselves. They need to figure things out. They need to emotionally balance themselves out. So, they're getting so much clarity on so much stuff. They're having that knowledge and that epiphany, and, it's a lot to handle when it also just starts to happen all at once. That combined with a Mercury retrograde, they are going to be dealing with a lot of intense emotions with that sort of Pisces energy. They're going to feel confused and conflicted at times, like they don't know what to do, how to spend their time. So, the 3 of Swords here is a major lesson. They are learning lessons. They are learning everything, right? They're realizing a lot about themselves. They're realizing a lot about this connection. They are learning lessons. 3s in tarot are about also lessons. So this is actually them. In February, they are just going through it all. The Lovers here shows that they have they're going to gain a deep awareness of this connection that the two of you have, right? So the Lovers is ruled by Gemini, which of course is this energy that we have for this reading and your sign, but also Gemini is the twins, right? So yes, we're hitting we're really just hitting it with this reading. The Lovers here, it shows things opening up. So, even in this reading alone, you've got so many cards that just are sort of repeating the message. So it's confirming the message. You've got the Sun and the Moon here. You've got the Sun here, you've got the Moon there, but you've also kind of got the Sun in the background. You've got the Sun at the back of this card. It shows warmth, joy, positivity, and things warming up, right? So whereas they may have been ice cold and not really understood things, it's like a block of ice, it's warming up, it's melting. That's what we're seeing here, is that things are melting. They are melting for you. So things are progressing, changing, and this feeling of them feeling trapped, it is also evolving to the point where they can come forward. They just feel reborn, It's about death and rebirth. It's about that transformation, transition. It's about endings and new beginnings. It's about, the wish coming true and things actually fulfilling and getting stronger and better and just feeling like, okay, things are going well, things are going better. So that's definitely sort of like an energy that I am picking up on, which is pretty strong and pretty nice, to say the least, that I am seeing, which is quite good. And then also we've got the 4 of Swords here as well, which shows them resting, them trying to get themselves together. So again, 3 of Swords to the 4 of Swords shows that transition and progress, where they are focusing so much more on themselves and their own energy, and they're trying to get themselves together, to the best that they can get themselves. So that's something that I'm also really picking up on quite strongly. Page of Cups here as well. Page of Cups is very, very important because, of course, the Page of Cups is a very, very strong energy about them still having feelings towards you. That's, of course, something I need to mention, that they still have feelings towards you. They feel a spark, and the more they're going through this transformation, sometimes absence, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Well, most of the time it actually does, because you're away from the whole situation. You're taking a step back. It's like a painter that's painting, a painting. Obviously, painter that's painting a painting. Wow, Moonlight, where are we going with this? Sometimes you have to take a step back away from that painting, and you have to leave it and then look at it and see what's going on, and then, go towards it and then continue on. So if, someone does take a step backwards, it doesn't always mean that it's over and it's finished. So that's something I do want to mention. They're using this time to learn those lessons, but also to rest, retreat, and to sort of regain that energy from it. Again, Page of Wands shows that they have feelings towards you. Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter, it shows that there is abundance coming your way in this situation. with time, abundance comes. And again, Knight of Cups, they have those feelings and emotions towards you. And it's also showing that transformation, right? Death to rebirth. So Gemini, this is your reading, and if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Definitely do check out the description box below as well if you haven't, and I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are whenever you're watching this, and do take care.